Hello, and welcome back to Reality Show World! Yes, we're back with Reality Show World, and this time we're reviewing Last One Laughing UK! Yes, Last One Laughing UK. And without further ado, if copyright allows, here is, and if not, then it won't be there, but here is the Last One Laughing UK Amazon Prime trailer for you now. Enjoy!
What was the last joke that made you laugh?
I haven't laughed since the 90s.
10 comedians and one objective. Do not laugh. You're not allowed to giggle, you're not allowed to smile. Time to start the game. This is our job, Jimmy. No, we're going to change the rules now because you said that.
Oh, this is a funny lot.
Secret celebrity crush.
Who's yours?
Jimmy.
What? He looks like AI.
I'm a trained actor.
Breathe.
Not in that dress, princess.
Why won't you look at me? You're not answering me.
Oh dear.
Laughing is a bodily function.
It's like suppressing a fart.
What, the rules changed?
Do you think we'll all stay in touch after this?
Would have thought so.
No.
What a fantastic trailer that was, well done! Now, first and foremost, this review contains hints and spoilers for who wins Last One Laughing UK. Hints more than spoilers. Spoilers will be other elements of the show. Hints will be the hint of who won. Not saying the name of the person, it's just what my emotions were when I found out that they had won. Okay? Right. So, this is the only version of Last One Laughing that I've seen where they've aired episodes wrongly. What I mean by that is the first 4 episodes 1 week, the last 2 episodes the next week. Why? Why does that exist? Why did they do that? I have no idea. I think personally, my own personal opinion, they should have just aired them all at once, like they did with Last One Laughing Ireland. And I do apologise for that. And it didn't harm the show in any way, it just made it more popular. 3 million viewers, apparently. 3 million views, apparently. Apparently. We don't know the official reports yet, but apparently 3 million. Will it get a second series? Well, the Irish version hasn't been yet renewed for a second series. The Australian version never got renewed for a second series. Neither did the English language Canadian version, and neither did the South African version. But bearing in mind, Irish and South African versions came out last year. So they might get renewed at some point, and we might see a new series of them soon. So, Last One Laughing UK was hosted by Jimmy Carr and Roisin Conaty. They don't get talked about enough. Roisin Conaty was the Alex Horne of Last One Laughing, so not every version has a co-host, but Roisin was co-hosting in the gallery rather than Jimmy was the main figure host for the show. The contestants for our first outing, which some people will say, oh why have they chosen them? Why have they chosen them? Well, they needed high-profile names to make it popular in the first place. So every first series has to have some well-known people on it to make sure that it's popular. If it's a comedy format where comedians do blah blah, you need popular comedians. So the first series, Taskmaster, Frank Skinner was a popular name on that roster, right? So that was the person that was there to help gel the cast for that, to get people into it. So the second series, they might go down a route like Taskmaster, where as the series goes on, less and less well-known comedians that are known, very well-known to certain people, but will become more well-known to everyone as the series goes on. So in this series, we had, I do apologise if I missed anyone off, so from the well-known category, from like really big well-known names, we had Bob Mortimer. You had Joe Wilkinson, Richard Ayoade. Then you had from they're the big names that people will recognise because they've done, well, Bob Mortimer they'll recognise easily. And then other names such as Lou Saunders, who is very well known because she was on Dancing on Ice. She's well known enough for Dancing on Ice. and some people might not know who she is, but they definitely should know. We've got Harriet Kemsley, who is slowly getting on more and more panel shows and more things. She's on the first series of Hypothetical that is now available on the BBC iPlayer. We have Rob Beckett, who is very well known because of his podcasts, because of his TV shows on Sky. So far, the names I mentioned is Bob Mortimer, Richard Ayoade, Joe Wilkinson, Rob Beckett, Harriet Kemsley, and Lou Saunders. We also have Joe Lycett, right, who is really funny. Then we have Sarah Pascoe, also very funny. These names are getting the culmination of a very well-known bunch. If I miss anyone else's name off that list, I do apologise. Oh, Judy Love. See, if you forget them, you remember them in the moment. Judy Love is up there. And I think that's about it. I could be mistaken. I could have missed someone. So, out of that, I think it's a collective mix-up of very well-known people. And I personally think that chemistry, that bunch, work really, really well. We have Daisy May Cooper. Do apologise. We have Daisy May Cooper as well. So I think as a collective, they're all a very good bunch. Now, this is the first review I saw of it from Must Watch, which is a segment on Monday on BBC Radio 5 Live. They mentioned something that most people would have mentioned at the beginning stage, and they mention it a lot when they talk about the show, is that it becomes predictable but unpredictable at the same time. And what I mean by predictable is it's predictable who's going to win, but when you get to the end of it, it's like, really? So I know the person I was predicting to win got to the final. I know that my person that, and a lot of people mentioned that might win, got to the final, but really? 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 And it's like, wow, you wouldn't expect it. So, the Irish version, the English version, UK version, sorry, has a similar setup. Because I know that some versions alter the settings and alter their house slightly. And I think this series, I personally think, wow. But it is the first ever series to ever feature on Gogglebox. Because I know the Irish version didn't make it to Gogglebox viewers, but Gogglebox watched the UK version and they thought it was hilarious because of John Wilkinson's talking about the RNLI, which is a popular clip that's surfaced around. And the other one is Bob Mortimer pretending to do magic to the Queen song, It's the Kind of Magic. And I didn't realise that it went, wandering, da-da, da-da, da-da-da-da-da. I didn't realise it was slow at the beginning. I always thought it was, It's the Kind of Magic. I thought it was very much, I didn't realise it was slow at the beginning. So that made it more funny because it's Bob Mortimer. What more can you want? Because Bob Mortimer's hilarious. Now, every version has special guests that come in to disrupt the atmosphere and try and make people laugh. So we had Danny Dyer, and we had Alison Hammond, which I think, and I don't mind spoiling this because it's brilliant, and I think it's right that Bob Mortimer goes towards the fridge. The fridge is edible. Not the actual fridge is edible, the stuff in the fridge is edible, the stuff around it's edible. And so he gets in, and he opens the fridge, and he opens it, and it's one of those two-door opens. Ooh! And there it was. Alison Hammond laughing so loudly, it's like everyone else is like circling around going, I need to not laugh now. I need to not laugh now. I need to not laugh now. Laugh not. And I think the South African version slightly alters the format and really is a little bit because smiling in the South African versions penalised a lot. But the UK version, I think that what they did with it, with that format, worked really well. My favourite moment, I I think I'm gonna have two favourite moments. So I've got my favourite Joker moment, and I'll get on to that in a second. I've got my favourite overall moment. So the Joker cards are played where the performers, where they have to perform to try and make people laugh, and everyone has to watch them. And I think that over the various versions, other than the French special series, Last One Laughing or Screaming, which is a format that I wasn't happy with. I just don't think that works comedic-wise. And I think that the Jokers work really well as a concept. And even though, and I know people might disagree, even though Bob Mortimer seemed like the well and truly winner of my favourite moment, for the favourite moment of the Joker cards, because of the It's Kind of Magic section. What I think that wins overall, I think my winner for the Joker card, for the Joker section, for the Joker use, it's got to be Joe Wilkinson with the RNLI, because it was the element of deadpan Joe Wilkinson doing his act, but then getting confettied or slimed or whatever the liquid, purple liquid was that shot him in the face. That is genius. So that wins my favourite Joker moment of the show. And that's a positive. And that's brilliant. But I think the overall favourite moment, other than Bob Mortimer being scared by Alison Hammond, if it was Last One Laughing or Screaming, then he would be out. He would have been out at that point. But I think Alison Hammond hiding in the fridge has got to be the best moment of all. I can't disagree with that. I can't change my mind. I'm gonna stick with it. Stick with it. Don't change your mind. Stick with it. So I'm gonna stick with it. And I think overall, as a concept, Last One Laughing UK is brilliant. Now, I want there to be a second series. And what has I discovered? Well, I've seen the whole of Last One Laughing UK. My brother was also watching Last One Laughing UK, which is a good thing, because that means the more viewers you get, the more chance you'll get a second series. Or, in the case of Avoidance, not want a second series originally, but being so successful that needs a second series to build on the success and to keep that format of filming everything in one take alive. So generating another program that would be in the adolescence bracket of, yes, one shot, bring it into another series, another shot for another. It's like an anthology series, that one. And so, because of the popularity, that's been, even though it wasn't originally given a second series, because it was supposed to be a limited series, it's now been optioned for a second series. And I think that's what we need for Last One Laughing UK, which is more. We need more than 3 million to watch it. We need not just people in the UK, we need people all around the world to watch it. Because the more people in the universe that watch Last One Laughing in the UK, then the more likely we are to get a second series. I'll say the same for Last One Laughing Ireland. We need a second series for that, because that was brilliant. And I do sort of get slightly upset with Last One Laughing Ireland now. It's just because when you watch this, you can sort of see that Aisling Bea and Catherine Bohart would have worked equally as good in the UK version of The Irishman. I know they're Irish comedians, but I think that because British viewers, the viewers that are more likely to watch Last One Laughing Ireland, if they really enjoy Last One Laughing UK, because they see the poster, they think, well, I would have loved to see whether or not Aisling Bea would have laughed at Joe Wilkinson, or what her Joker would have been to try and get out John Lysa, whatever, because we've seen them more on British TV than, well, we've seen them a lot on British TV, so I do think that there's having not just having the separate version, they're good, right, are amazing, but it also sort of limits the amount of people you can have, because if you think of certain comedians that go around UK panel shows, a few of them, so let's say Desiree Birch, Kemah Bob, Bobby Mayer, Larry Dean, Christopher McCaffin Boyd, Ashley Stories, I'm trying to think. Realina. I'm trying to Olga Koch, and all these other comedians that there's plenty of. You won't be able to shove them in Last One Laughing UK because it's where they're from. So, Catherine Bohart's Irish, so she's an Irish comedian, and Olga Koch, I would say, is a British. I mean, it would depend really on what you would class as that, because you can be working you can start your comedy career in the UK and be well and truly part of the comedy scene, but you might not be an English comedian if you first well, apart from the Scottish ones. So because of the success of the Last One Laughing Ireland, we need this to be a success so that we can get Last One Laughing Scotland, Last One Laughing Wales, and I think that's... And no, I'm not going to faff on with Last One Laughing Cornwall because that would be the UK version. That would just get rid of a lot of people very quickly. Not many people could do it. So I think you just need a Scottish variant and a Welsh variant, but do two versions like we did with Canada, where it's Last One Laughing Canada and Last One Laughing Quebec, which is a French-speaking area of Canada. We need Last One Laughing Scotland, but we need to make sure that it's not the Gaelic speakers, because there's Scottish Gaelic speaking Irish Scottish comedians. If you watch BBC Ullabert, you've got OMC and all these others, so we can have Last One Laughing and then whatever you're going to justify to have it in the Scottish language. And the same with the Welsh ones. You do Last One Laughing Wales and you do Last One Laughing Wide Cymru or whatever, like Gogglebox Welsh, the Welsh version of Gogglebox. You do the same with Ireland. You do an Irish version of, an Irish language version of Last One Laughing Ireland with the Irish language, because this is the thing that the format does really well. It started in Japan and now it's here all around the world. So, to round off, I think that Bob Mortimer, Richard Ayoade, Joe Wilkinson, Rob Beckett, and Joe Lycett, Lou Sanders, and I think Harriet Kemsley were my favourite among them in it. I think the thing that I'm not too keen about with Judy Love on the show is that because we know what her laughs sound like, and because we know because we have seen her on other panel shows and she's been on Taskmaster, I just thought, yeah, she's not going to last long. It's the same with Sarah Pascoe. I think Sarah Pascoe wasn't going to last long. I think you can sort of see that it's going to be harder for some people than others. And I think that's why they don't come in my favourites, due to the fact that the angle of it is the angle of the format of the show is that I knew that they weren't going to last long. And I think that adds to the excitement, really. And I think that the show itself needs to return for a second series. Jimmy Carr is a brilliant host for it, because it reminded me a lot of Battle in the Box, which is a panel-esque show that got cancelled recently after one series. That's Korean. The format is originally Korean, and now they made an English UK version, and they're going to make a Australian and New Zealand versions of that. But I think Jimmy Carr did really good at hosting that from a voice booth box thing. But I think the Last One Laughing UK, Jimmy Carr really did do very well at coming in, and because he already has a rapport with the cast, he could be more himself to them because he knows them more. Then he might not know some of the new ones if he had like new ones, like younger ones. You can't say Sam Campbell because he's Australian, but if you have Lucy Beaumont and all these other, even though he knows them, I just don't think the chemistry would be there in the first instance. It might be there later on in the series, and I think those 6 episodes is perfect for 6 hours. And overall, I just think the programme worked really well, was hilarious, and I just think the format is perfect for Amazon Prime. And I hope there's more UK episodes. I hope there's another series in the future. And I hope the format just expands to other countries. I'm going to do a whole video on which is my favourite version of Last One Laughing from around the world. I'm also going to talk about why Last One Laughing talent show, which is, I think it's Italian, but I could be wrong, it could be Spanish. Why that didn't work in my opinion, and why you can't do a talent show to try and get contestants for Last One Laughing, it doesn't work. But you have to vary up the format. So Last One Laughing, Argentina, from what I've seen of the logo, which I need to watch more of, it feels more of a footballish type atmosphere. The trophy for Last One Laughing UK is the best trophy. It's the best. Well, it's the worst trophy actually. I was going to say the best trophy, but it's not the worst trophy of them all, because I like in South Africa, the trophy is the logo for the show. So the Last One Laughing logo is the trophy, and I think that the UK one, the trophy felt too fake, and I think that it works for what it is, but I think they need to reinvent what they do for the trophy if it got a second series. And so, there we have it. Now you guys watching, what did you think of Last One Laughing UK? Tell me to Bye!